Oh, I'm on camera already? Oh, man, wait a minute. It's your man, Tony Skull, and I'm going to tell y'all something. Before I do any podcast, I always get down with my girl, Mrs. Griffin's Kitchen Catering. I'm telling you, this chicken's so good. I'm telling you right now. I guarantee you, when she fried this chicken, she was in the kitchen with one house slipper on, a robe, and she was making this chicken. It's the best chicken in the world right here, man. Make sure you get down with Mrs. Griffin's Kitchen Catering. She serves Chicago and all of the suburbs, all right? Okay? All right. Now, get out my face so I can go ahead and enjoy my chicken.
Hi there, this is Starbright, and this is Intimate Pillow Talk. And my special guest I have here is Tony Sculfield.
Hey. What's going on? I didn't know we was going to have pillow talk. I think I'm in the wrong podcast right now, but no. I'm here for whatever. Let's go.
Okay, so our topic is today, which is kind of weird that when I'm about this topic is because you're married, right?
Married, 36 years in.
Okay. Ooh, nice.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
nice.
I'm eligible for parole in 2 months.
In 2 months?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm up for a parole hearing.
Okay. So the topic today is dating pool.
Dating pool, okay.
Yeah, so my understanding, people have a lot of complaints about the dating pool. They say there's a lot of pee in it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I'm one of them too. It's a lot of pee, a lot of poop, a little diarrhea.
Yeah. Some of the pools are shallow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you in
it's
three.
rough.
Yeah, you in 3 feet trying to date. That ain't happening.
No, it's
you
not.
got to go to the deep end.
Right. So, what is your opinion? Even though you're married.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure you have single friends, right?
Yes.
And I know that you see social media and you see in other people. So, what is your take on the dating pool?
My take on the dating pool is I think people are dating the wrong way. You know what I mean? It's too much clubbing. It's too many different things going on in the dating pool. A dating pool, you should find somebody and then take them out of the pool. Dry them off. Mm-hmm. And then y'all go and do y'all thing. I think people, once they're dating and getting in the dating pool, they remain in the pool. You got to get out the pool.
Like when you mean remaining in the pool, that's like they continue to date other people.
No, they still do the same things that they did when they met the person that they're dating. Okay. You still in the club, you still going out to the same people, to the same places, you're still hanging out with the same people, you're still acting like you're not dating. So at a certain point, once you realize you want to date that person and get with that person and be with that person, both of y'all got to get up out the pool.
That's true.
Get out the pool, go dry off, and go do some other things. You know what I'm saying? Start doing things more one-on-one. You can't still be dating somebody and you in the same club that you met her in or him in doing the same thing. So I think once you decide that you want to be with somebody and date somebody, both of y'all got to get out that pool. They be in the pool too long. They be all wrinkled up. Yeah, you know how you be in the pool too long, they be wrinkled. Yeah, get out the pool.
Well, me, I think dating pool sucks. There's really not much out here to be.
Why
dating.
is that? Is that just your interpretation, or give me some reasons?
Like nowadays, like when people trying to date you, they really seem like they're not trying to date you. Like, oh, I want to see you. They don't say, hey, let's go on a date. They just want to see you. They want to come to your house. Or, I want to see you. You could come to my house.
That ain't the dating pool. That's the mating pool.
Right. They real quick just want to just go right to there.
Yeah.
And they're like, and I'm like, oh, no. But I guess, because nowadays that's what they do. But I guess they, it works for them. So they feel like, because there's a lot of women, they desperate and they settle. And so it's real easy now for the men because they can just do the Netflix and chill. And I ain't one of those women that you're going to do the Netflix and chill with me. You're going to take me out on dates. You're going to get to know me.
Right.
But there's men out there. I remember this one guy I met. He was talking on the phone and he just kept saying, I want to see you. Then I said, okay, yeah, you can see me. Women going out on a date. Click. Hello? Hello? That ninja hung up on me.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because I've seen a lot of women saying and putting like demands on what the date has to be. You know what I mean? Like we heard the whole Cheesecake Factory discussion going on.
Cheesecake Factory's cool.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But here's my thing. Is it that the guys are not romantic anymore and they don't know
they're not?
Or is it that the women are not demanding that there be romantic? Because here's my thing. If I'm into you and I call you and I'm like, what you doing on Saturday? Let's go hang out. You're probably expecting this big date. But what if I be like, yo, I just want to take you and go walk in the park?
That is so romantic.
See, that's what I'm saying. Or go walk along the lakefront. Or go walk to Navy Pier and we just walk and talk.
See, I like stuff like that.
And get to know each other.
Right.
But a lot of women don't. A lot of women like, yo, we going to, Red Lobster. We going to Del Frisco. We going to this place and that place. So I think that, there's like this misconception or this misconnection between do women want romance or do they want to actually be out and be seen in the public dating at these exclusive places, these expensive places? Because I think that especially in the earlier part of the relationship, when you're dating somebody, you have to get to know them.
Right.
You can't get to know them in a lot of places.
Exactly. You have to get to know them. And then I just felt like that too. Like, if you're not for sure if this is the woman for you, or even because nowadays, I'm gonna be honest, like you up there, take this woman to this expensive restaurant, and you taking her, and she probably don't even like you, and you just took her to an expensive restaurant, and you spend all your money.
You got $400.
Right, you out of the money, but if that's what you do, that's how you roll, and that's the type of restaurants you go to, then yeah, that's fine. But if you don't roll like that, don't try to break your pockets trying to, please this woman.
Right.
But if you really like her or whatever, then yeah, you don't have to go broke like that. You need to just make sure that she really like you too, than being a fool and spending all that money. But I really think at the beginning, you really need to know the woman. Like, you could do something romantic, like you said, like going for walks. I love bike riding. You could go downtown and ride on a bike.
Thank you. Tell your sisters that. Look in the camera and tell your sisters that, look, okay, sometimes them first couple of dates got to be about getting to know somebody.
Right, getting to know. But one thing I would say, going to the movies is not a good idea, because how can you get to know somebody if you're sitting there and you're watching a movie?
Right, you can't. I agree with that.
There's no way in heck.
Yeah.
So, but going to restaurants, yeah. But I do think there's some restaurants that you shouldn't go to. Like Applebee's, Chili's, some that like what a teenager would go to.
Right.
Like they little dates. No, I ain't talking about
you don't want that brother getting that two for 20, 2 for 40 on the first date. We gonna get the 2 for.
Like, I'm fine with Outback. No, I'm not fine. I'm lying, because Outback, they steak tastes like cardboard.
Really?
Yeah.
But they got the best bread on the planet.
I agree with that.
Man, I be walking up out of there with loaves in my pocket, okay? Outback got the best bread of any restaurant.
What about Texas Roadhouse? Come on now.
They got good bread too. But that Outback, that dark bread. Ooh, baby.
No, that was Cheesecake Factory. I think it was with my sister. We went to the Cheesecake Factory, and they had the brown bread too. That heifer ate the whole bread from me. It left me the sourdough.
Yeah.
Like, who eat the hard ass bread?
Man, look here. I'm telling you, I be walking out of Outback with an extra loaf. I'm like, we need another loaf of bread, and I don't even eat that. I put that in my pocket, wrap that on up, for real. But like you said, like Texas Roadhouse, really it just depends on your taste. A lot of people be trying to date outside they taste. You know what I mean? I done spent $400 and you didn't even eat your food because you ordered the etouffee. You ain't even say it right. You're like, well, let me get this etouffee.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't date outside your range.
Exactly. Then you get these women that mostly, I think, I could be wrong, but the women that who saying these things, they can't afford it themselves to buy these things. Yeah. I feel. So, but they sit up here, they talk a big game, talk about, oh, I want this and I want that, and they can't afford it themselves. If you're not used to that, because I know that I'm used to it, like, I hang out with my friends and we go to nice restaurants.
Right.
And I spend money on myself. I have no problem with that. So, but at the same time, I'm not expecting a man to spend so much money on me or whatever. And then it be times that I just ask them, like, where do you want to take me? They always ask me, where do you want to go? Where do you want to take me?
Right. Yeah, and I agree with that too, because a lot of times men, try to cater to the women. I think a real man will have that whole situation planned out. If a man calls you and asks you to go out with him, he should know where you're going. He should have already made the reservations and arrangements to take care of that. A lot of times that whole, where you want to go thing is them trying to just, hopefully you say Applebee's. You know what I'm saying? But I think that women like a man that's in control too.
I do.
That will say, hey, we going here. Yes. I got this. I already got this taken care of.
Reservations and this and that. I love that. Because there's been times that when guys, they say, well, you want to go here? Okay, make the reservations. Right.
Nah. I think women like a guy who's already got that taken care of. Yes, I do. All you got to do is get dressed.
Right.
And I'll come pick you up, and the rest of the night, I got everything planned. I think that's very attractive to a young lady. That's like, yo, he got everything planned. I didn't have to do nothing. I didn't have to ask no questions. Didn't have to guess about nothing. Everything was taken care of. So, fellas, y'all do have to, at some point, have the night planned already. Don't just pull up like, yo, where you want to go, boo?
Yeah. That has happened. They come like, so what you want to do? What you mean what?
You asked me.
Right.
Yeah. So I get that.
And then I don't want to go to Ray and Pookie house.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of. But for real though.
They smoking weed and playing spades.
Right. I don't want to go to nobody's house.
Yeah.
Right. Playing spades, this and that. Maybe, like if we was in a relationship and we going to Ray and Pookie house, so, let's play some games, whatever. But right about now, I want to do that. I want to go out.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Do you think that the monetary aspect of the date is important when you're first? See, that's what a lot of people talk about where they're going, how much money they're spending. But do you think that that's important off the bat?
No, not right off the bat, because I feel like this, that you really need to get to know somebody. Because I know, because I'm a woman, that some women, they will just go on dates just to be going on dates, and you spend all this money and she don't like you. Mm-hmm. So you really need to find out if she really like you for you to spend all this money. But again, like I said, but if you got it like that, that's how you do. That's where you go. That's how you roll. Then fine, then do that. And then you won't be hurt like, dang, I spent X amount of dollars on her. Because that's what you do anyway.
And then she got 3 meals to go for her kids.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I'm feeding the kids too. I'm trying to get with you. I'm feeding the kids too. They spend all
this money, and then in the back of her head, she looking like, yeah, this is the last. Like, oh, this is so nice that you did for me. But in the back of her head, she's like, this is the last day. I ain't going out with him no more. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And you spend all that money.
Yeah, but to me, like, you know what? I think people get caught up into the money too much. So if you did do that, if you did go out and spend all that money and say it didn't work out, I mean, that's a lesson learned.
It's just a lesson learned. Because, I have went on dates that they spend a lot of money. And that was like the first and last date. But it wasn't like, that was their choice.
Right.
And it was like more like, it was the first date. So usually, like, I don't even know if I like you. But I'm giving you a chance on that first date. And let's go out and see if I like you. And then when we go on that date, even though you spent all that money, I don't like you.
Right.
So.
And that's natural though. Mm-hmm. That's natural though. Sometimes you don't make a connection. Sometimes you can see from that first date, no matter where you are, you can see from that first date, this ain't really the connection that we want to make. Now let me ask you this. What about them fly out of town dates?
I never went
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, what if a guy be like, we about to get on this plane and go to, somewhere, and we gonna go to New York City, we gonna kick it on Times Square, we gonna stay in a nice hotel there in Times Square, I'm going all out. Now, what about that situation?
Well, first of all, do I know him? It can't be. This must be like the first date, right?
Not necessarily the first date. Maybe say this the third date. Maybe y'all have been out a couple times.
If it's the third date, then that means I'm already knowing if I like him or not.
Right.
So if I like him, I'm going to go. If I don't like him, I'm not going to waste his time to be doing all that.
Okay.
But I know some women, it's like, oh, I just want to go out of town.
Right.
But I'm not like that. If I don't like you, I'm not going to waste your time, and I'm done with it.
Right.
But if I like him, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go. But the third date, pretty sure I'm not going to be ready to sleep with him, though. So I'm going to let him know ahead of time. Like, hey, we can do this, but... And
that's what I'm saying, because once I done flew you out of town...
Yeah, because I don't want...
And get that hotel room.
Right, because they would think automatically about you having a hotel room.
Yeah, I got to see a kneecap. I got to see something. I got to see a kneecap.
So I will let them know.
I got to see a kneecap. I done flew you all the way to New York. We stayed at this fancy hotel. You're going to show me a knee.
But
I'm serious.
But anyway, because it has kept, like, I remember I had went out with this one guy. I flew, it was just to Michigan, whatever. And I let him know. I said, hey, yeah, I'm going to be in a hotel room with you, but we're going to have separate beds, and I'm getting to know you. So don't think there's going to be some hanky-panky. It's not. Mm. But if you feeling some kind of way about that, just let me know now, and I won't come.
Right.
And he was like, oh, no, I want to get to know you, this and that. So I still went, and there was no...
And how did it work out?
It was nice. It was real nice.
That's cool. Mm-hmm. Because, some... And a lot of people think that, I kind of jumped the gun saying that, we expect something. But there are some gentlemen out there, maybe 3 of them in Nebraska, that feel like, I could take you out of town and fly you out and do all that. You know what? I'm going to just say this. There's some good gentlemen out there, and there's some good ladies out there. Mm-hmm. It's the fact that they have to connect. You know what I mean? They have to meet each other.
Because it's more bad than good, I feel. It's like really hard to find the good. You had to dig into all the trash to find the good, because it's bad out here.
You don't think fellas feel like that too?
It's bad out here on both sides. I'm not even saying just talking about with the males, the females too.
Yeah,
they rough too.
Yeah, like you said, you gotta dig through a lot of trash. You perfect?
Yeah.
Okay. She's perfect, y'all. We done found the one perfect woman in all of the planet. She is perfect. Okay? Y'all heard that.
Well, I don't know. It's just really hard out here, though. It really is. I don't know. It's really hard. I mean, you lucky. You been married. I mean, not been married. You still married.
I'm still married. I'm 36 years in the game,
right,
like I
36.
said. And I know it's weird, like, why are you speaking on the dating pool? But you know what? I see a lot out here. I travel the country, travel the world doing stand-up comedy. And I just see what's going on. And it's intriguing to me sometimes. And it's funny to me sometimes because, like, I really see a lot of people going through a lot of things. And I'm just like, we got to take it back to the old school. I think the art of courtship.
They don't do that nowadays.
Yeah, they don't court a woman. You got to court a woman.
They don't. You don't even get no flowers. They can't. Well, I've been getting lately. But usually, you don't get flowers. You don't get candy. You don't get none of that. They just come to the house. Mm-hmm. They take you out. Then they drop you off. I remember I went on one date. I hope you don't be watching this. But...
Keep watching. Terrence. She talking about you, Terrence.
I went on this date and we went to the show. So we just met up. We just went to the show. And then he sat up there looking like, I lost my card.
Oh yeah.
And I'm looking like, you lost your card?
That's
he was like, yeah, I lost
move.
My card.
Yeah.
He said, I just only got enough money for the show. Dang. So that means I ain't getting no pop. I ain't gonna get no popcorn. I ain't getting nothing. You just about to go into this show, nothing to drink because he lost his card.
Yeah.
So I was like, So I was like, I know that was a setup.
You feel for the oldest one in the book.
So when he said that, I said, oh, okay. So we went into the show. We sat down. We watched the movie and this and that. Then we got out. Then he was like, man, I don't have my card, but I do have my phone and I can swipe. So I'm just like, why would you even say that? Like, you didn't even offer. So that was like the first and the last day because I didn't like that. Because I feel like that he should have offered, like, do you want something to drink? Do you want something to eat? He just went straight to the show without even offering me anything.
Wow. But besides all of that, as a person, did you like him?
No.
Okay, so that was out the window.
Because it was all that.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you a quick story about me and my wife. All right, so we met in high school. So we were dating. And one time we went to the movies. And I legitimately, I'm not lying, I lost my money. I had some money. So we went she paid for the show. And I was supposed to pay for the food afterwards. I legitimately lost my money. It was not a lie. I don't know what happened. I must have pulled it out of something. So we went to the restaurant, we're eating. Bill came. I go to pull my money out. I ain't got my money. So we weren't married at the time. My wife is like, go to the car and see, if you dropped it outside the car or whatever. So while I'm in the car and walking around the car looking, she come running out. Like, let's go, get in the car.
Are you for real?
Yeah, we dined and dashed. That's when I knew she was the one. That's when I knew she was the one. I'm like, she just like got up and ran out the restaurant.
So funny.
I'm looking at her like, why are you coming out? She like, get in the car, get in the car, get in the car. So we jumped in the car. Yeah, we dined and dashed. I ain't gonna say the restaurant because the statute of limitations may be still up on that. But that's when I knew she was the one. I'm like, this is my ride or die right here. Because she wasn't even mad that I lost my money. And she wasn't like, oh, you didn't have no money, all that. She was just like, yo, get in the car.
So I take it she didn't have the money to cover the bill. Huh?
No, because we was like I said, she had the money for the show. I had the money for the food. So like we was still like a year out of high school maybe. So we was still broke.
Yeah, most definitely. That's so cute.
Yeah. So I'm like, that's how I know this is the one right here. Get you somebody that will dine and dash with you, okay? That's the key to love.
So how long was y'all together before getting married?
We started dating our I want to say junior year in high school, and we got married 2 years after high school.
After that,
yeah. So we were together about 4 years.
So you really said that right then and there. Actually, like honestly, you was like, that's the one.
Yeah, she did other things though. Like her parents didn't like me, and she went against her parents. Like stood up for me against her father. Like, yo, I don't care what you say. This is who I'm gonna be with. I love him. He loved me. And like when I saw that she like really went against her parents for me and kind of messed up her relationship with her parents for me, I'm like, damn, she the one. She never ever didn't ride for me. And so I was just like, yeah, she the one. And then her parents end up loving me. Right,
but why they didn't like you? Was you just, one of those gangbangers, sir?
A little bit. I gangbanged on Tuesdays and Fridays.
Oh, Tuesdays.
Yeah, I was a part-time gangbanger. I ain't gangbanging the whole week. I gangbanged on Tuesdays and Fridays.
Okay.
But yeah, just like, because I know I had 2 daughters, so, nobody good enough for your daughter, and that's
true.
And that was their only daughter. They had 2 kids, a brother and a sister. And so yeah, just how it is. That's my baby girl,
Okay, were you one of those people with the pants sagging?
No, we ain't pants sag back then, but I was a punk rocker.
You was a punk rocker.
Yeah, I used to dress punk rock.
Okay, so you had like some bullets somewhere.
Yeah, bullets, leather jackets, bandanas around my head, spiked hair. I looked like Nicolas Cage in Valley Girl. I don't know if y'all remember that movie. Look it up.
I'm trying to imagine that. Okay.
Look it up. I was like a punk rock dude back then. And so I would come to the house and they look at me like, who is this thug on the porch? But yeah, she's always been in my corner. Even when because I used to work at the stock market in Chicago at the Chicago Board of Trade. And when I decided to leave there and do comedy, everybody was like, oh, what? You leaving the stock market? You going to do comedy? What? No. And she was like, no, do that if that's what you want to do. So she always been in my corner no matter what I wanted to do. Yeah, she's a
And
great.
how old was you when you realized that you want to do comedy?
I was about, I'm going to say, about 25.
25.
Yeah, I was about 25.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm like, you know what? I had started going out doing open mics and stuff like that, and got pretty good at it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do comedy. I'm gonna quit my job, and it was rough at the beginning. I ain't gonna lie. My wife was an accountant then. Now she's a travel agent, so she was bringing in good money and stuff. But she never made me feel like you and your little fledgling comedy career,
That's good. So
yeah.
you did marry the right one.
Yeah, I married the right one.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah, I married the right one. Yeah, that's my girl, man, for real. So, and that's why, like, when I say with the whole dating pool, I'm gonna tell you this: the rule of life is we all crazy. We all got a little crazy in us. Your job is to find the crazy that fits your crazy.
Right.
So if your two crazies go together and complement each other's crazy, y'all gonna be okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you just got to find out one person that where you crazy in this, they ain't. And where he's crazy in that, you ain't. So, and then it fits together.
But I think that it was more easier, back then. Like nowadays, it's hard.
Yeah, social media.
Really hard. It's like, because with the social media came in, and then they getting like brainwashed and with all this stuff, what other people saying, then they just like, going with the flow. Yeah, this and that. And it's just ridiculous.
I'll agree with that back then we didn't have like social media. We didn't have a place where we could air all our business. So basically your business was your business.
Right.
If you told, a few friends, at the most 10, 20 people will know.
Right. But it's not like the whole, but now it's like.
Yeah.
It's like cancer.
Yeah, you got total strangers that don't even know you weighing in on your situation. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram done messed up a lot of relationships.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because I think it's more, my opinion, that it's more cheating now than back then. Because it's like, we didn't have all that. So, like you're not having that back then with all social media. You can't get in connect with nobody unless you go out and you see them like your little crush that you've been crushing on for years. And you may not even see them when you didn't have social media, but now you're in social media. It's like Toys R Us.
You can look their name
and
up.
You be looking their name and like, hey, I had a big crush on you, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And then you end up, y'all connecting and everything because it's so much easier. It's, like I said, it's
I
like
don't know. I'm a disagree to a point because with that being said, yeah, you can easily find somebody, but everybody gonna know.
What you mean that?
So, okay, say you in a relationship, it ain't really working out. And you find your guy that you used to love on social media and say you get in contact with him. At some point, somebody's going to know. And it's going to get to social media. I think social media has allowed cheating to be exposed more than it did back in the day. Back in the day, you can get away with some stuff.
Yeah, because with social media, it's like, especially, that's why, like, you could date somebody. That's why nowadays they don't even put your picture. Say you dating somebody and he up there being sneaky because he don't want nobody else to know that he's in a relationship with that person. So he keep having his profile as single or not even having single on there, but he ain't gonna put your picture up there either.
Yeah.
And then some people like, why you don't put no picture of me up there? Oh, baby, I don't want nobody in my business. Lying bastard.
All you gotta do is fall asleep at some woman's house, and it's all over.
You want to take a picture?
Take it, man, please. All that hiding you trying to do, all that sneaking and cheating and playing you trying to do, fall asleep. It's over. She gonna put your picture. He gonna put your picture.
Males, taking a picture, be like
males too. So that's what I'm saying. Like nowadays, cheating is more exposed because the person you cheating with at some point gonna put you out there. They gonna put you out there.
I never saw anything like that. Like
what?
I haven't. I just haven't. I don't know.
Side chicks and side dudes is ruling right now.
Well, like if you're a side, like, but if you have, I think like this: if you have nothing to lose, You might be scandalous like that, but say that you're dealing with somebody like, okay, say this person is married or they got a girl, but then you married and you got a guy. Mm-hmm. That's like the perfect thing because it's like, I ain't trying to mess up yours and you're not trying to mess up mine.
Okay. All right. Okay.
You don't think so?
Can I say this? Put that good D on her. or put that good P on them.
So you said
they gonna catch somebody's going to catch some feelings.
So you said that
somewhere.
F my relationship, I want this.
Somebody's
and I'm gonna blow
feelings.
up his thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like this: if you blow up his thing, then maybe he don't. By you blowing his thing up, he might not even want you now because you messed up his thing.
Of course, yeah, that could happen. That's definitely a casualty of what happens. But the thing is, at some point, we're human beings. At some point, if you do that long enough, you know what I mean? If you do that long enough, at some point, somebody gonna catch some feelings.
That's true.
And you don't know, your relationship may be stronger than theirs.
True.
So you don't know what's going on in their house. So at a certain point, the one with the weaker household or the weaker relationship is going to catch some feelings like, I want this over here.
Right. I didn't think about that. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
They'll try to blow it up.
They'll blow it up because theirs is already blown up. Mm-hmm. They stuff already messed up, and you don't know what's going on over there. You just like, okay, we cool where we at. But no, they like, no, baby, I want you. I'm sitting up looking at him at night like, I wish it was you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And it's on both sides.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. You're right.
Yeah.
I agree to that. Okay. But, I don't know. I just, like right now, like with me, I am single. I am dating. But it just seemed like it's just really hard. Like, well, I've been in the game, in the game for, I think I said gay, like, oh, no, I'm not gay. I am straight.
No. I'm just saying that's the whole problem now. Like, the whole terminology. I'm in the game. Like you drug dealing or something. Like, you know what I mean? That's how people's, the whole mentality.
Oh, it's nothing around. Oh, sorry, wait a minute. It's okay that y'all be gay.
No. Yeah, we ain't saying that. We're not saying that.
I'm just saying I'm straight.
Yeah, we ain't saying that, but I'm just saying the whole mentality that people look at the whole thing as the game.
Yeah, the game.
You in the game, you know, so you already done put a name on it that's not going to come out, you know, prosperous for you because it's a game. A game is something you play.
Right, and I don't want to be in a game. Like, I actually really want to, for 5 months in, before this job, I've been single for 5 months. Mm-hmm. And before me being single, I was with this dude.
How long was y'all together?
It wasn't even quite a year.
Okay.
It was almost a year. So it was probably 11 months in. Mm. But he wasn't right for me. He was controlling. He was crazy. Mm-hmm. He was bipolar. He was nuts.
Hiding in your bushes at night.
I'm dead serious. He was. Like, he would come to, he would sit up there, come to my job.
I see you.
And just drive up and down, put the navigation, GPS on my car.
Oh, no, yeah.
He was doing all that stuff, and I didn't know that he was doing that.
Yeah, you got him.
And he was a younger guy. He was like 8 years younger than me.
Oh.
And he was tripping.
Girl, you 14. So what was he, 7? What the hell is...
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you don't. About 8 years. You had somebody 8 years younger than
me, and he was just like tripping. And
so you used to pick him up at school.
Yeah, I used to pick him up at school.
Take him to the candy house.
Right, take him to the candy house,
yeah,
and he just he didn't like that candy, and I was like, you know what? It was just too much. It was too much. But dead serious, he got to a point of like he was crazy, like trying to be like abusive, and then I kicked him out. Like, you got to go, buddy. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I've been in the game for 5 years now, being single, and as being single, it's just rough.
So what do you think? What do you think the solution is? Like, what do you think that people in the game, so to speak, need to start doing to make the whole situation better?
Really, first of all, you need to have morals, and you really need to get to know somebody. You just can't just rush into it. You got to really get to know somebody. Because when I had dated that fool, from learning from that experience, I really didn't get to know him. It was just so quick, and it was just like, oh, it was so quick that I fell in love so quick and all that
You got caught up in the looks.
The looks, but he wasn't about nothing. He was like more of like a fuck boy.
Mm-hmm.
But I had learned my lesson to a point that you really have to get to know somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't just rush into it. You really need to get, even if your feelings feeling some kind of way, fuck those feelings. You better think and take it slow.
Okay, but listen to what you said earlier. You said that you kind of fell in love, and that he was good looking and you kind of like slipped off.
He wasn't all that, but
you even said it that you kind of slipped off your square. You kind of slipped off your square. You could have demanded more. You could have slowed the situation down. Mm-hmm. And got to know him on your terms,
right? But it was.
But you said you got caught up.
Yeah, I got caught up because I think at the same time he was what's it called, love bombing. Mm-hmm. And then at that time I wanted, he was giving me all the attention that I liked.
Okay.
So he knew everything that what I liked. So he was just giving me all the attention.
He was a Jedi. Yeah.
So he was giving me all the attention. I was like, and I like that. But then when I realized he was bipolar and crazy and stuff, and I was like, oh, hell no. Mm. And I broke it off. Mm-hmm. But, so I'm back on these streets for 5 months and I ain't liking it. But I like it better than being with that bipolar crazy ass.
I love your terminology. You in the game. You back out here. You got your little hobo pack on. You just walking around with your little bandana on a stick with your belongings in it. Like, I'm looking for love. I'm building me a home. You out here singing Negro spirituals at the club.
I'm telling you, but it's hard out here because these guys just acting stupid. They just stupid. So I'm real quick. It's like I'm allergic to stupidity.
Yeah, but you guys say it's on both sides too.
But I'm talking about me. Okay. Everybody else.
Okay.
But I'm like this. Like, okay, so if it's not working out, I don't want much, but if you can't do. Because mostly my number one thing is attention. Give me my attention, quality time, and being supportive. If you can't give me those, I don't want you. Mm-hmm.
I got a rule, though, that I tell people all the time. Because people always ask me how, have I managed to be married for 36 years. And I'm going to tell y'all this. In any relationship that you're in, you have to like them. Yeah. More than you love them. I know it sounds crazy. Okay, but you got to like them more than you love them. Because love is in your heart. That's eternal. Okay. Once you love somebody, you're going to love them forever. That's going to be in your heart. That's love.
That's love.
Like is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Uh-huh. That means you got to like that person every single day. You know what I mean? Love, like I said, is eternal. That's going to be there. But if I can get up with your ass on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and still like you, that's what's going to make the relationship. I got to like my wife no matter what. I got to like her them 5 days a month where she got to wear the big draws.
I get what you said, because you can still you can love somebody and just not like them. You don't want to be bothered with them. Like, I love him or her, but he get on my damn nerve, and I don't want to be bothered with them.
Yeah, and also too, like I tell people all the time, like me and my wife literally can sit in the house for a whole day and not say a word to each other. She doing her thing. She watching her movies. I'm watching my movies. I'm playing the game or whatever. And we don't say a word to each other. Now, to most people, that be like, y'all ain't communicating. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't talking. Some women and some men like, you ain't talking to me. What's going on? Why you so quiet? But guess what? That's when you know everything all right. When you ain't got to talk about nothing. Because everything is all right. Our bills is paid. We got food in the cabinet. We got a roof over our head. We got clothes on our back. Everything cool. You can go and do your thing, and I can do my thing, and we good. What we got to talk about? You know what I mean? But a lot of people will look at that as that's a problem. No, it ain't. The day that you can sit with your mate in the same house and not say a word, that means everything all right. I'm dropping gems in here, y'all.
Interesting.
It's interesting, ain't it? The day that you can sit in a room, in a house with somebody and not say a word means everything is okay.
But I mean, for real, you really don't say a word, though.
Not a word. Like, what you want to eat?
So that's a word.
Yeah, we might. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, not having any conversations. I've literally not. I get what you mean. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm a silent treatment type. If I ain't talking to your ass, I ain't talking to your ass. I don't went months. No,
right. So silly.
I ain't talked to my wife since Tuesday. Right now. No. Just basically, like I said, you know, everything ain't got to be a conversation. A lot of problems will work themselves out if you just be quiet. Once you get to talking about it, that's when feelings come in. It could be some little problem that y'all having in your relationship, and once you talk about it, you escalate it because you got your emotions, and everybody don't want to be the one that don't be heard. Like, oh, you gonna hear me? No, you gonna hear me. But if you shut up and don't say nothing about it, 2 days later, what was that? That's gone.
Yeah, well, I believe you. Shoot, 36 years. Hey.
Yeah.
I believe you.
But like I say, I'm eligible for parole coming up in 2 months. We're going to go to the board and see what's going on.
Oh, wow. I am loving this. And my cup is empty.
Uh-oh. I still got some in my cup.
Yeah. Empty. Think somebody going to come up in a minute. Empty. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
All right, now what about, I want to ask you this. What about when you let outside influences come into the picture?
I really didn't. You talking about like when, in what part? What you
when either the guy or the female in a relationship starts talking to their friends about it, and you get your friend's opinion on it. You know, what about that? Do you think that's detrimental?
I think that's bad. I mean, you know, bringing outsiders in because they really don't know what's really going on. They just, you know, they just outsiders. Right. And I mean, when you bring other people into your relationship, then it gets to a point that it's like outside influence, and in your relationship won't really work because you up there running off the mouth telling other people. Especially like if it's like you have like a little issue or whatever, he did this, he did that. And then you tell them, now they pissed off. You may forgive them, but your friends and your family is not going to forgive them. They're not going to like them now. And then they're going to hold you accountable like, but you say that he did this. You say that he did that. So it's best not to tell your business unless you're going to be done with them.
Yeah, well, yeah. And I agree with that. Keep your business to yourself. Yeah. And I also think that a lot of people get caught up listening to so-called relationship experts. You know what I'm saying? And to me, there's no real, the only expert in your relationship are the two people that's involved in it.
Exactly.
You're the experts. Because, you know, everything is different. Every relationship is different.
It is.
Every person is different. A lot of things go into play with your relationship, your environment, your upbringing, your religion, your monetary status. Like so many different things play into who you are and who your makeup is. And when you get with that other person, like I said, you got to figure out, you know, where you fit in. Like I said, you got to figure out they're crazy and you're crazy. Right. So it's so many different factors that you already have on board when you go into a relationship that it's your job to work those out. Right. And I'm going to tell you something. A lot of people don't have the stamina for a real relationship.
I agree.
A lot of people give up on some of the little... I done seen people break up and end marriages and relationships on some of the littlest stuff. And I'm like, damn, really? So it's over because of that?
But my thing is, especially, with relationship, whatever. You can break up anything. I don't care.
Yeah, if you single, yeah, I get that.
Yeah, but when you married, like, then you wasn't ever ready to be married. for some little thing, whatever. Because what does it say? Better and
Right.
worse or whatever. Whatever I go. Well, I only got married once.
For better, for worse, for sickness and health.
Right.
For richer, for poor.
See, look, you still remember that?
You
go, boy.
Yeah, once you get to chlamydia, though, that's
oh no,
that's a whole other problem. It didn't say nothing about venereal diseases through chlamydia or gonorrhea. No, it don't happen. Yes.
Yeah, but nowadays, like when you get married, you need to be like somebody getting married. Get married and try to work this stuff out. But like you said, like if it's like to a point of like cheating. But
we talking about dating though. So like so let's say this. Say you're dating somebody, you ain't married, you're dating. So there's no real commitment, there's no ring, you stood in front of the altar and gave these promises to God, and the cheating comes in. Like,
But you're dating though.
You're dating, you ain't married. So is that a situation where like you just say, okay, I'm walking away, that's it? He cheated.
Well, it just depends. It depends on how long, how much time you put in.
Exactly.
How is that person? I mean, was he just a great person until he slipped up on this? And why did he cheat? Was it because at that point in time that was, it was a bad, like we wasn't getting along or something like that for him to cheat? But say that that the relationship was great. But this ninja just cheated.
Right.
I don't want him.
No, okay, so let me just ask you this. So say that the person who got cheated on, whether it's male or female, a lot of times you push it out and be like, yo, it's their fault. And of course, they cheated. They messed up. I get that. So it's all their fault. They the ones that stepped out. But how often is it that the person that got cheated on look at themselves and say,
that's true.
Yo, what wasn't I doing?
What wasn't I doing?
Or what did I do?
Right, or that too.
Yeah,
that's true because sometimes that does happen. Not sometimes, a lot of times. It just depends. I think that the reason that people cheat, in my opinion, they cheat because I think that they be selling in the first place. Because if they actually get the person that they want, they won't even bother to cheat because they happy with the person that they with. But if you're selling, you more likely to cheat because it's
explain settling to me. So what's settling?
Settling is like, okay, I would deal with this person, but then it's like, okay, I deal with this person.
Something else come along.
If something come, it's like something come because it's always something that's better can come along or look better.
But you setting yourself up for failure. That stuff.
But it just seemed like because they feel like because they still have in their head like there's something better for me, but right about now,
that's not a relationship.
This is the best that I can get. That's what I said. You're selling. This is the best that I can get. So this is who I'm going to deal with until something better come along.
So you already set yourself up for a loss.
True.
You already set yourself up. And like I said, and sometimes you have to look at yourself. Females, you might have, when y'all first started dating, you came in there with the sexy lingerie and sleeping with a little cute nightgown. And then now you coming in with that long ass nightgown with the hood on it.
The hood is cute. It's
what I'm saying? I don't want no hoodie nightgown. What the hell? Your nightgown got long sleeves on it for?
You want a bonnet instead? I think the hood is cute. You put a hood on, you got your hair going.
And even with the fellas, you just coming there with the little pajamas on and stuff. Now you in your drawers. You know what I'm saying? So I think that a lot of people automatically blame the cheater for stepping out.
But the cheater is to be to blame. But at the same time, though, but there's a reason behind why they did what they did. Like, hey, maybe if you would have been more sexier, or maybe you was put out more.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
And it's not always about the sex. It's sometimes emotionally.
Or just
And here's the thing I'm gonna say to women. I'm gonna say this to women. A lot of people think that women are more emotional in a relationship and they deal more with emotions. Dude, it's some men out here, and I'm one of them, that you got to cater to my emotions.
Oh.
Yeah, I have feelings.
Oh, that's so cute.
I am a human being.
Oh, it's so
And I have feelings.
ting.
And I need to be held.
Okay.
And I need to be loved too.
And you do.
Yeah, no. We want to be snuggled.
Right.
We want to be the inside spoon some nights.
Right. You want to be spooned?
Yeah, some nights if I'm having problems, and I ain't scared to say it. Spoon me. That's not weak. A lot of people looking at me right now like, oh, you suspect. But if I done had a rough day, spoon me.
But hey, you got 36 years in, so screw down.
Yeah, I done been the inside spoon a lot of nights.
Spoon, go ahead.
She's the inside spoon most nights. But every now and then, I need to.
You had to live on that when you're spoon.
I can't even take that back right now. Can we edit this out? I'm gonna keep it real for the fellas out there that need to be spooned sometime.
It's okay to be spooned.
We need to be the inside spoon. Now, it ain't nothing sexual going on.
That's gonna be, what's that
at
word?
that moment.
Peggy.
But hold me.
Right.
I done had a rough day.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
I drink to that.
Let's drink to the inside spoon.
All right. Spooning.
Spooning. All right. Very important. I'm never spooning again after this. I'm done with the whole spoon. I am no longer silverware. I swear to goodness. No, but it's real. But I mean, if you're gonna be with somebody you've been in a relationship long enough, that's what happens, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta, it's give and take. There's been times that me and my wife, we've been married 36 years. There's been times that she made more money than me. There's been times I made more money than her.
So it's like a seesaw.
It's like a seesaw. But when you're up, you got to take care of the person. It's all about taking care of the household. So there's never been no, you ain't making enough money and all of that stuff. So it's all about the household.
I love it how y'all support each other.
Yeah, man, my wife done held me down so much. I love that.
But then it's like, I remember like a social media. It was recently. This guy got on my damn nerve. He got under my skin. It was some meme, and it was like, it was just this picture, and all it said was, the guy laying down, they both in the bed together, and the woman was like, I'm short on rent. And then they said, what would you say, to respond to this? So I said, any woman that's opened up her legs.
She went deep.
Any woman that opened up her
eggs up, damn, she went way deep there.
Any woman that opened up her legs should not be sleeping with any man that if she have any issues that she need help, that he should help her. But if he can't help her, she shouldn't be opening up her legs to anybody. So some idiot went on there and was like, well, maybe you need to manage your money. Mm-hmm. And I said, oh. So, I felt like I said, you know what? I'm not going to give you my energy and my time. Look at
your eggs.
Yeah, and my eggs. All I can say, just look at your profile.
Yeah.
That's what I put on there. I let him know that he was ugly.
But that
because
was yeah.
He looked like that he paid. And I think that the reason that he answered to me, and because he had feelings, because that's the only reason. Like, if he was a nice looking guy, or even not even a nice looking, or average guy, whatever, and it's not bothering him, he wouldn't even have respond to me because he's a freaking payer. Mm-hmm. And he was just mad because that he always paying, so he had to respond to that. So maybe you manage your money.
There are payers out there.
Yeah.
There are payers and there are players. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, so... To me, that depends on how long the relationship and what the level of the relationship is. You know what I mean? Just like if I met you 3 days ago and we kicked it and you talking about your rent late.
Right, that's different.
Oh, hell no. I ain't even been to your place yet.
But this is my question though. It didn't even say that. Why did people automatically think that's where it was at? Because all it was all on the meme. It was
Yeah.
just showing that they in the bed together. And she said, I'm short on rent. And then they said, what's your response? They didn't say that they was married. They didn't say they was in a relationship.
Right.
Or whatever. But mostly, everybody just assumed that this is like pretty much is a booty call.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey.
And so they was like, oh, well, she need to do Uber.
Yeah.
Well, she need to have her own job. Well, she shouldn't even be up there dating if she's not financially stable, which I agree with that. Like, if she ain't financially stable, unless there's a gal out there that's sitting up there saying, hey, I know you're not financially stable, you know, and I'm willing to, you know, help you out or whatever. And this
Yeah,
and
but that comes, I mean, like you said, you know, or like I said earlier, it depended on how long that relationship's been going on.
That's true. But I mean, like, it was like the second day or whatever, you know, that's kind of crazy for a woman to sit up there and tell you, like, oh, I'm half, because first of all, she shouldn't be sleeping with him that fast.
Thank you.
She nasty.
Thank you. That means she done probably hit the landlord off
Yeah, she probably did.
a couple of months.
must have been
Because if she
good
been late
because-
this month, she was late the last
you're right.
couple of months too. And Mr.
Yeah.
Earl, the landlord, coming up there, talking about, I came to fix that light bulb. You still late on your rent. Yeah, so yeah, there's that. So yeah, I like I said, I just think that, you know, the dating pool out here, and I'm pulling for people, man, because I believe that we need more people to come together and have more marriages and build more families, especially now.
But marriages nowadays, it don't even last.
Yeah, because
It's like they just do it. Okay. It's like, it just doesn't last. It's just like, it seemed like that they just be bored and just do it. And then they sit up there and didn't get a divorce.
yeah, but you know what? I've seen this thing, and it really disturbs me. Every time I see it online, I get so mad that people now, especially black folks, I'm gonna call us out. We got this thing that's been going on online for oh man, the last couple of years, that marriage is a business, marriage is a monetary contract,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, that's because your joint failed.
Mm-hmm.
That's because y'all wasn't doing what y'all was supposed to do. Like I said, there's been times in my marriage where my wife has been the breadwinner, and I was trying to figure my thing out. There's been times when she's tried to figure her thing out, and I was the breadwinner.
Right.
The thing is, like, yo, it's not people always say it's a business contract. And that's people who have had failed marriages or are scared to get into a real marriage. It ain't about no finances. It's not about, some business contract. If you even go into your marriage thinking that it's going to be a business contract and it's about the money, you failed already. You done already
Right.
set yourself up for failure. It's not going to work out.
But I'm so, okay. Because I had saw something like that, like recently. It's more like a business when getting married, that you shouldn't get married because of love. You should get married because you match when it comes to business and money.
So let me ask you this. How many marriages start out where everybody got money? There's a few of them out there, but seriously.
Yeah, but I mean, that's like, it's a little bit different. Like when you younger, then no, y'all kind of growing together. But when you older,
I
y'all
get it.
should already be like established to some point. Because you don't want to deal with somebody like, okay, say they like in their 40s, whatever. Then you just sitting up here just like, oh, he got potential. Because I ain't got time for potential.
Yeah, but check this out. Say both of y'all both rolling, and y'all both like in your 30s and 40s, and you rolling. Guess what? Life could happen.
True.
This person could go down all of a sudden.
That's true. Now I'm not tripping on. But what I'm saying but when you like at the point of like y'all dating, like y'all at the beginning, like if he's good at that time, then that's good. And I'm good at that time, good. But then when hard times go, then like, okay, then I got you. You fail. I got you.
Yes.
And then you come back up. I fail.
You got
me.
And then guess what? At a certain point, both of y'all gonna be up.
Exactly, and then we just good,
And we good.
we just.
That's what life is about.
We bringing in the money.
Yeah, that's what life is about. That's why it disturbs me when I see that, because I'm just like, you ain't got the stamina to go through the rough times with that person. Mm-hmm. You don't have the stamina. Just admit that. You ain't got the stamina. Y'all didn't have the stamina for the marriage. Because if you got stamina, you're going to go through them times. You're going to go through them times, the ups and downs and ups and downs. And you're never going to beat that other person down when they down, and they're never going to beat you down when you're down.
Exactly.
And it's all about building together.
Right, but then, like, you know, that's beautiful. But with this social media crap, even though we on social media now, hey. But what I'm saying... But what I'm saying is that with this social media crap, it kind of like pollute your brain to feel like, oh, it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah, if you listen to it
this way,
yeah,
it should. It is just crazy. Like, oh no, you shouldn't spend that money. What they can bring to the table? And then that's another stupid thing.
Yeah,
like I feel like this. Like when you date somebody, you should already know what they can bring to the table. Why would you even have to say what you can bring to the table? When you get to know somebody, you know what they can bring to the table. But that's such a turn off to say, what can you bring to the table?
And it depends on the table. I mean, on that table, some nights it's going to be steak, some nights it's going to be pot pies. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? But as long as y'all sitting there together eating the same thing, going through the same thing, and like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Tomorrow we going to have lobster. Right. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. It's up to the couple to set that table. Right. And you set that table together.
Exactly.
So no matter who bringing what to the table. So say you only got broccoli. I may have a chicken. Now we got. Okay, well, we might have to steal it slightly. I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. Me and my wife once shoplift together too. Not only.
You know what? You a criminal.
Not only. And that's what I'm saying. That's how I know she did what. Not only do you have to find somebody to do a dine and dash. We shoplift one time.
Yeah, you do that. You got to tell me this story.
Okay, so
if you got time, but you got to tell me this story.
It was one of them nights we was both, a day away from payday. We broke as hell. We had, nothing in the cabinets. It was like in our early marriage, we was kind of broke, but we was, together doing our thing. And I picked up from work and we went to this grocery store near her job. I ain't gonna say where, because like I said, the statute of limitations.
Right. Smart man.
But she stole some spaghetti sauce. I stole, I think, the spaghetti and the meat. The ground beef. We broke as hell.
You could have went to Aldi.
And we bought a 2-liter. We was broke as hell. We had enough money for the 2-liter. And we bought the 2-liter to throw them off.
Wait a minute, who was carrying the stuff?
I think she had the spaghetti sauce.
Y'all was both carrying?
Yeah, and I had like the meat and the spaghetti or something. And we got away with it.
That's good. The spaghetti tastes good.
Best damn spaghetti I ever had in my life. Do you hear me? To
this day,
won't he do it? To this day, the best spaghetti I have ever had in my life. Okay? So I'm telling you, get you somebody that'll dine and dash with you, and get you somebody that'll shoplift with you.
I want a criminal.
Yeah. No, not a criminal, but somebody gonna hold you down at a time of need. And she didn't judge me like, you got me stealing. I didn't judge her like, you stole something. We ate that damn spaghetti, and it was beautiful.
I bet it was.
Yes.
That is wonderful.
Yes. Real talk. Right? Now, I'm not urging nobody to go out there and steal nothing. I'm just saying.
He was just saying this was just a beautiful moment. That's all it was.
Yes.
It was romantic.
That's my ride or die.
But that don't mean that y'all supposed to do it. Don't try to copy.
No, don't copy, because y'all will get caught talking about Tony Sculfield got me in jail right now. No, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah.
No. Well, I think that's I really thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So, I think that's over with, you guys. So this is Intimate Pillow Talk, and thank y'all for coming. And I appreciate y'all. This is our first show. Yay!
Yay!
Oh, Starbright. If y'all want to follow me, on TikTok, Starbright 4555, and that's the same thing on Instagram, and then on Facebook it's just Starbright. No, it's Starbright. And that's it. See y'all.
Peace.